Did your elementary school teacher ever make you go and stand in the corner when all you were doing was trying to speak the truth? Is Barack Obama secretly Hawaiian? Are the Church of Scientology secretly trying to take over your town? Do the Jews secretly control the Israeli government? Don't get cold feet just yet, because it's always 90 degrees here in the conspiracy corner. Or at least that's what they want you to think.
As I was saying, my autism precedes me. Welcome back to part 2 here of the Square Earth conspiracy theory on the corner of conspiracies, where it's always 90 degrees. Now, what is this about the hollow cube Earth theory?
I don't know about the square Earth theory, but I'm sitting right across from a fucking square right now.
Oh, well, you're an asshole.
Yep. We're both going to hell.
Oh, buddy, it was always going to be you and me. You like my boots? All right.
I'm sure
they're very comfy. So, for our viewers that don't have the ability to look through the internet, I am wearing incredibly comfy cowboy fur boots that I got for $30 at a clearance section at a local shoe store. They had been sitting on the back shelf for 2.5 years, and they were over $250. And you know what? They're really fucking comfy, and I love them.
I'm glad to hear that they are very comfortable and that they were quite the bargain.
That's enough said. Because you know what?
Because those are the only positive things that could be said about them. And we'll leave it at that.
You're such a dick. And you know what? Just like these boots, sometimes you just gotta saddle on that fucking saddle for the cube. The cubed earth. And take it by the reins.
I liked my segue better, that we're both going to hell.
Oh.
Because we are.
Thank God.
We're taking a trip with Renaissance poet Dante Alighieri, going to his world building project.
His world building project?
Yep.
Was this after the Roman guy that you were talking about on part 1?
Roman guy? Oh yeah, this is like 1,200 years after that guy.
Oh, okay. Is this when they finally label hollow Earth?
What Dante did is he created the most popular and enduring vision of not just the afterlife, but of the underworld. Dante synthesized the ancient Greek ideas about the underworld and the ancient Hebrew ideas about Sheol and the underworld with later Christian theology and doctrine, as well as what passed for secular understanding of the interior structure of the earth.
Okay.
And to explain the nature of Dante's project here, of Dante's Inferno, it might help to back off a little bit into what I like to call the hollow space theory.
Oh, Lord. How is that different than the hollow Earth theory?
Well, for one, it puts the Earth at the center of the universe.
So
stars and suns and shit moving around.
What is that? Heliocentric to... Or, sorry. We were...
Shit, what is it called? Terracentric? That's not right.
I know heliocentric is sun.
Yeah.
But then...
Geocentric?
That makes sense. As the Google net.
Yeah. So the idea was people knew that the stars fucking moved, but the Earth sure didn't feel like it was moving, but the stars moved sort of fucky.
Mm-hmm.
So what had to happen was that the stars had to be on rails or on
Okay.
giant crystal glass spheres that
Okay.
moved around. That the Earth sat at the center of these.
Mm-hmm.
And so this model helped as people tried to figure out how the fuck they were moving. You know, people wanted their horoscopes in their newspaper, right? So they had to figure out where the fucking stars was going to be, and so they came up with a model of them being
You were
on
right,
these
by the way.
rails on these spheres.
Geocentrism.
I'm always right, even when I'm wrong. I'll just edit the Wikipedia article to make sure that I'm right.
You're the reason why I got an F in history class. I told my teacher Napoleon Bonaparte was leading the South in the rebellion against the Iraqi commandos in World War I, but she didn't believe me. All snail Hitler.
I mean, he would have if he could. All this to say is that people used to think that space had layers.
That's deep, man. Like an onion?
Yes.
Like Shrek?
Yes.
You have angry
And
ogre?
so it followed that it was onions all the way down.
What the fuck?
That surely, if the heavens had such layers of inner rotating spheres and shit, that surely that the interior of the Earth would be step-starred with its different layers as well.
Interesting. Okay.
And that's sort of how Dante laid out his version of hell, not necessarily as a series of, not really onion, not really internal spheres, but more like a quarry or something with a big pit with stair-step layers leading down inwards.
Okay.
But it did have, distinct layers as you got deeper and deeper. You got, the different levels of hell that, serve as world-building fodder for everything else today, like Over the Garden Wall or Naruto or what the fuck ever.
Naruto. Close enough.
Close enough.
God damn it. I'm not actually sure how you say that.
Naruto or Naruto.
I think it's that one, Naruto. At least that's how I've always said it.
Whatever the fuck.
Same thing.
It's not important. He's going to hell. Specifically the third level.
Ah! What the fuck does this have to do with hollowed earth?
Because the Earth is hollow. It's a big fucking pit inside. Like, it's not held up by pillars. It's round, but it's not full of oceans, and it's not...
Molten
it's
metal?
No. It's a big stair step.
Ah.
Like a quarry or like a pit excavation sort of thing leading down the center.
Uh-huh.
Like, it's kind of fucking hollow. It's mostly empty space, mostly air and shit.
Are you referring to this diagram that you were looking at?
What diagram?
On what they use to label the different parts of the earth? The mantle,
No, I'm looking at the different layers of the Earth. Limbo. Lust.
Gluttony. Okay. We're talking about Dante's Inferno. I'm caught up now.
Yeah.
I thought you were... I'm still asking how this... how does this work and
because
tie
it
in?
is hollow. Look at it. That's a whole bunch of fucking big cave and air and shit filled with sin.
For our viewers at home or wherever the fuck you listen to podcasts,
Look up a map of Dante and tell me it's not a hollow Earth. It's a hollow Earth. It's not a.
Is
not
it
a
hollow
good
Earth
one.
or is it just a sinful Earth?
What?
It's not hollow. It's sin. That is all sin. Lust, wrath.
You're saying it's not hollow because it's got too much sin in it.
Yes.
Now I kind of wish that like the actual levels of the Earth, the mantle and the core and shit were named after lust, gluttony.
Well, how many layers are in this is going back to like 7th grade science. How many layers of the Earth are there, and can we label them based off of the 7 sins?
Well,
like the core would have to be wrath.
again, we're sort of getting there. Like
Okay.
Dante was there at the start of the Renaissance, and then later in like the 1600s, you get, Isaac Newton and like actual science to start getting going. And one of Newton's buddies was Edmund Halley, the guy who came up with, well, the guy who predicted the return of Halley's Comet. And this was a big early scientist who did very important things for astronomy. Let's see. He did important estimates about plenty of astronomical shit.
Okay.
But he got some things wrong, and he made some.
Did he now?
He made some wide-swinging guesses based on limited data.
Okay. And what year of our Lord does this put us in right now?
This puts us in 1692.
Yeah, there's definitely going to be a part 3 to this. Okay.
So Isaac Newton was trying to figure out how space and gravity and shit worked, and Newton made a guess that the moon was more dense than the Earth.
You're dense.
Yeah. Edmund Halley didn't like this idea either.
Okay.
So he said, well, the moon can't be that dense, so it must be that the Earth is less dense. But we know that rock is pretty dense, and we know that the Earth is pretty big. We know the size of it, shadows and wells and shit. So why is the Earth not that dense? There must be big hollow bits, big pockets of Earth.
This lead up is so great.
This is where we get onion Earth. This is where we get the Earth is sort of a mirror of the celestial spheres. That the Earth is a series of shells that get smaller.
Okay.
That they're rotating within each other.
So we start this entire journey from part 1 to part 2 with, okay, we didn't know that the Earth was flat. Or we thought the Earth was flat, even though that doesn't conceptually make sense. Something has to, there has to be an end. Then we find out that the Earth is spherical. But in that span of time, they had decided that there was an underworld. There was some kind of nether region because rocks float and, pillars and shit.
Because it was full of water and air and shit.
And then you get air. Where the fuck does that go? And then we jump forward because this is the primordial soup. Actually, I like primordial. That's a great fucking word, by the way, that you came up with. Okay, that you used. You didn't come up with it, but you're still... I'm giving props where props are due.
It was on my word of the day calendar.
Oh, was it? So then we flash forward, a couple hundred years, whatever the fuck. Dante is like, here's a book full of I hate these people and hell and lots of simile and sinful earth. And then we move forward to onion earth.
Yes. Now we arrive at onion earth. Now we arrive at the real modern idea of the hollow earth.
Who is putting a label on this? Who's spanking the ass of this theory? This
is Edmund Halley.
Edmund Halley came up with the hollow earth.
This is one of the great early modern scientists. And this is some wild speculation, but he's working with some flawed numbers, again, about the density of the moon and the Earth.
Sure.
And his idea that the Earth is onion-shaped, with a bunch of layers of Earth separated by air and all rapidly spinning.
I love onion Earth.
He uses this model to explain away some bizarre phenomenon.
Okay.
That people have been navigating by compass for a long time, but compasses are not a super great way to navigate. They get all fucky. They have a magnetic declination. They're not. Sometimes they act weird in weird places.
Mm-hmm.
And now we know that's because the Earth is full of weird magnetic stuff. That it's not uniform in composition. That the magnetic field is a bit tilted relative to the axis and shit. What Edmund Halley says is, well, that's because the insides of the Earth are fucking moving. And they are! The mantle and shit circulates. It causes the magnetic fields and shit. And I mean, I don't think Edmond Halley had a great idea of magnetism and shit. I don't think that would come later. But he did explain it as, well, these layers of gas and shit that are causing these inner spheres of the Earth to rotate must be leaking out at the poles and causing the aurora borealis. And again, he's using it more as just gas escaping and not so much as these revolving spheres are causing.
And
magnetism.
he's still working from a geocentric point of view, correct? Or have they adopted
No,
the heliocentric?
he would have been heliocentric by then. But I brought that up mostly to bring out the idea that people liked it, that it was nice and consistent, that if the heavens had layers and the Earth was at the center, so too must the interior of the Earth have layers. That's layers all the way down. That makes a nice, even diagram.
I too like even diagrams.
It's a nice model.
You know what my favorite diagram is?
More circle?
I fucking hate that thing. I hate it so fucking much, and they never explain it. It's never explained well. But I was going to say the Venn diagram. I'm just a big fan of the Venn diagram, man. It's simple, it's easy to look at, and you follow along, as long as you understand the principles of a circle. I'm just saying, like, think about it. Name a better fucking diagram. I'm talking diagram format, not content.
I don't know if I can name a better one that's funny.
All right. We will be back with part 3 with the square Earth.
Your timeout is over. As the final echoes of our broadcast dissolve back into the void, you return from the Conspiracy Corner. A place not of whispers and shadows, but of reflection. Because in every tale of hidden hands and unseen forces, there lingers something far more unsettling. Not what is out there, but what lies within ourselves. And one final thought to carry with you back into that darkness. That federal agents are like opinions. Everybody has one, and they all stink.